Welcome to Wilfred Taylor Reserve on a stormy Sunday afternoon for the semi-final between Brighton and Old Collegians. Knockout semi, obviously, to play against Burnside next week in the grand final. Looking forward to a tight tussle. I'm Ian Bryce.
And I'm Ian's new stand-in offsider, Andrew Cropley. Thanks for having me, Ian, by the way.
Oh, no problems at all.
Looking forward to it.
And we're standing in the absence of Dave Webb, who's off playing the round ball coded game. So we know where his priorities lie.
Is that a round of golf or?
No, it's soccer.
Even
so
worse.
The game is about to commence. We're probably a minute away, 2 minutes away. So make sure you grab a drink, get set, and we'll be away.
Brighton's out on the field, so just waiting for Collegians to join them.
We might keep this one as our spare for now, though. There's another one there.
It'll be interesting to see if we continue to have all 4 seasons in the space of a single game, like we have had so far today. Yeah.
Third grade was certainly went from torrential rain to occasional sunshine, and then blustery wind. And at the moment, it's relatively calm. Bit of a southwesterly wind blowing towards the scoreboard end, which will obviously favour, you would think, the team playing to the north. However, it will depend largely on how the teams want to play the game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the two teams today can take account of those conditions and change how they're playing to make up for it, as some of the teams have failed to do so far today. Here come Collegians.
Here come Collegians. We were hoping for Pete Cross to join us on the microphone here. He's just completed the second grade game, so we'll see what state he's in as to whether he actually makes it to the bench here. But game is about to commence. Jack Jenkins with the initial kickoff. Brighton kicking to the southern end into the breeze.
And Collegians all set to receive the first kick. Oh, got it well.
Yeah, took that well. Good kick to start the game. Hitting the blind side. Great team tackle. Jaden Phillips and Jack Butler. Collegians working it to the open side, hitting the outside channels, setting the ball up well.
Yeah, good start, several phases already for Collegians. Ooh. The sun's broken out.
The sun has broken out. The temperature hasn't risen though. Collegians securing the ball well, looking after it.
Yep, Brighton are yet to touch it after a minute of play.
Here comes Robbie Ferguson.
There we go.
Big ball back inside to Nathan Satala. Looking to use the field position.
Yep, he does so.
Trent Ormsby has dropped back.
Oh no.
He's collected it well. It's a huge Gary Owen. Straight into the space. Tremaine Butler, beautiful take.
Oh, and followed his own kick beautifully. Right there.
Collegians
right
off their feet over the top, but secured well. First opportunity with real possession for Brighton. And immediately receive a penalty.
So both sides perhaps shaking out the nerves a bit to begin with.
I will apologise. Andrew and I are from Brighton, so we only know 2 or 3 of the old Collegians players. We've looked on Rugby Explorer, and if you'd like to hear us say name withheld a few times, we can certainly do that. But strong outfit is old Collegians, and I think it'll be a very, very tight tussle today.
Alleywood up in the air nicely.
Good solid shot in midfield. He's tackled, no tackle release there. That's penalty to Brighton. Good solid hit up by Nick Simpson there. He's taken a high shot in the contact.
Good effort by the Collegians player to tear it off him, but gave up the penalty, unfortunately.
Nathan Satala finds touch on the old Collegians 10-metre line. Another line-out opportunity. Interesting to see what Brighton's game plan is into this breeze, but I would imagine, as they have all season, there'll be a lot of ball carry. Very minimal kicking.
There's Nick Simpson still feeling it from that hit up and having it torn off him by the Collegians 8 earlier. But he's okay, he's back up again.
Jaden Phillips to throw in. Jack Butler, miles in the air, lovely take. Reese Gerd, latest Don Smith medalist, takes the ball up hard. Joel Plummer to Jack Jenkins. Support not quite quick enough.
Good Collegians right up in
Trent
defence.
Ormsby straight over the top, well done.
Yeah, well won by Collegians and cleared it nicely.
Robbie Ferguson. Kick opportunity, fantastic kick too, back into the 22 for Collegians.
End to end.
Alex Rockaborough kicks it back to midfield. Don't let it bounce would be the call. Nathan Satala collected well though.
Right on the halfway line as the rain pours in.
Right on cue.
Hail.
Right on cue, we're getting hailed on here. We will try and maintain commentary amidst the mayhem.
You may be able to hear in the microphone the hail pattering down behind us as we huddle together for warmth.
Yeah, in the -5 degrees. Perfect spring weather in Adelaide. Nothing unusual at Wilfred Taylor Reserve, I have to admit though.
Never known it to be like this here, Ian.
No, ever.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been offered an umbrella, that's fantastic.
Oh, it's an old Collegians umbrella.
Hey.
I'm not sure.
Here we go.
There we are, we've got an umbrella up now. It's a line-out win. Oh, Stuart Nutt through, but...
Yeah, the wind caught a hold of that one. But I think knock on from old Collegians in the... Oh, no, wasn't straight in the line-out. Scrum to old Collegians.
Yep.
Our line of vision is now being obscured by Peter Snoop Jackson. He's positioned himself directly on the halfway line, so bear
Directly
with
between us and the old Collegians half-back, about to put it into the scrum on the far side. From the not straight throw to the line-out. Won by Collegians. Oh, good ground.
Great clean out. They're looking handy in
Oh.
attack.
That ball's going to be hard to handle now.
I would have thought a knock on, but called backwards by the referee.
Arms down.
Brighton set the line well.
Oh, and up quickly.
Well up by Logan Brown.
Clearing kick.
And it's an awesome kick.
Makes touch.
Down towards the 22 for old Collegians by Trent Ormsby. I'm certainly glad they've provided us with heaters on this outdoor bench in the pouring rain with an umbrella. Supplied by the old Collegians crowd. Well done, thank you.
Well, the hail has stopped, Ian, and rain, maybe snow coming next. Good win by Jack.
Jack. Yeah.
Butler. Oh, Logan. Oh, well driven back by the Collegians forwards.
Secured possession.
Shoggan slipped out of his the halfback's hands.
These rhino balls tend to be very slippery as soon as it gets a little bit wet and a bit of moisture on it. Old Collegians offside at the breakdown there. Advantage to Brighton.
And good meters by Logan Brown again.
Trying to work it out of there. Nope. Should be penalty advantage, and there is. Both teams, interestingly enough, are trying to keep it in hands the majority of the time, which hopefully will lead to a little bit of running rugby should the weather decide to ease off and allow that to happen. At the moment, it's a little bit attritional, but good to see.
Yeah, it hasn't really got into either 22 for any amount of time yet, has it?
No.
Another line out put in for Brighton. Oh, and spoiled by Collegians.
Penalty to Old Collegians.
That's it. They now look to turn this into some sort of attacking opportunity. They can pin Brighton back inside their 22 and start something from there.
Yeah. Kick from Alex Rockaborough, right on the 22. Be interesting to see whether Brighton compete at the line out here or look to sack. I would imagine with the jumping abilities of Jack Butler that we're going to, or Brighton will compete here.
Oh, great win. Under pressure there.
Hey, look how the wind gets the hold of that ball.
Yeah.
Brighton up quickly in defence.
But cleaned up nicely by Collegians, yep. And the ball.
Lovely ball. Tackles being made in midfield, but Collegians maintaining good possession here.
And worked it down inside.
Inside 10. The 22, yeah. Oh, lost in contact there, though. It will be very difficult to hold on to the ball for long periods, I would suggest. It's slippery out there, although it's not raining at the moment.
Brand new balls and like greased.
Yeah, they are. The rhino balls tend to be a little bit slipperier than others. They tend to be a bit harder to control.
Like a bar of soap in the showers afterwards, eh?
You said that, not me. Yeah.
Hotter old than a greased pig. We've got a colour man dropping comments in for us. The colour commentator. Oh, well helped by Jack Jenkins. They get
Support
out.
by Tremaine. Secured by Reece Gerd. Ball out to Jack. Looking to build phase play around the fringes. Support not quite 100%.
Out to the back line.
Lovely ball by Joel, I would have thought, but once again, the ball put to ground. Scrum to Old Collegians.
Just inside the 10 and 5 yards in from the touchline. In their attacking half. It's nearly 12 minutes gone and no score.
Solid scrum. Ball released or at the back.
Miscommunication there.
Good line speed by Tremaine Butler. Tackle.
But cleaned up by Collegians. Well done.
It's gone back and secured. Well done. Collegians looking to use the width by the looks of things. On the field and Ali Wood.
Bit of a mismatch there. And cleaned up again by Collegians.
Still made. McCarty over it.
Oh, clearing kick. Scrum going to be back there. Back inside.
It's certainly not traditional finals where yesterday was reasonable. Today it's like July the 1st all over again. Not the best pass from the base, but probably should have been taken by Nathan there.
What are Collegians going to try to set up to do here, Ian?
Well, not sure. If we had Collegians supporter next to us, we might have gotten insight, but I would imagine Trent Ormsby is going to try and run it a little bit, but no. Just as I say that, they're going to the blind channel.
Oh, and spilled again.
Lost. Yeah, it's proving very difficult to maintain any real sort of handling on the field at the moment. There might be a few nerves still floating around out there. We're 14 minutes into the game, and no one, to be honest, neither team has really had the ascendancy. Scrum to Brighton, inside their 22. Be interesting to see what the tactic is here. Probably, you would hope, an exit play.
Yeah, territorially, I think Collegians probably having the advantage so far, but even that's only barely touched inside the attacking 22. So.
Cured by Brighton.
And dropped again. Oh, and cleaned up. Oh, picked up, flicked out the backs. The winger on the left wing's got it, and he's in for a try for Collegians.
In for a try, yeah. Off a Brighton mistake. I'm sure the plan was to make ground and look for an exit. But once again, the conditions proved.
Collegians pounced on that very well. Spill ball, and it went through 4 or 5 sets of hands.
A lovely pass by Trent Ormsby to the winger, who finished it off nicely in the corner.
Missed the fullback coming into the line and into the winger's hands, who went straight over. Great effort, Collegians.
Yeah, no, great handling by Collegians there. Deserved a 5-pointer.
Yep.
After
a simple handling error by Brighton, they made it look easy. Conversion to come, only a metre in from the sideline.
Very makeable because the wind is blowing, as I said earlier, from the southwest, so it should help it towards the post. And he's made a nice connection with it, but missed it to the far side. 5-0 to Old Coles after 16 minutes.
Yeah, we're just watching the replay again of that try. That was very well left by the fullback there to good communication.
A valiant effort by Joel Plummer to cover across from his 5'8" channel, but Collegians had the numbers there. It was
good high kick off just on the 10. And cleaned up by Collegians after it goes back, and good exit kick.
It's a good kick into space by Trent Ormsby. Guessing
offside, but
looks like the 7 from Collegians may have been in front of the kicker and carried on his forward momentum. Penalty to Brighton, 35 metres out. Nathan Satala puts into touch with a messy kick.
Right on the 22, Brighton's put into the line out.
So Brighton looking to set up some continuity here. not managed to get over 3 or 4 phases at the moment. Going for a long ball in these conditions.
Great, well taken by Jack Butler. And forming a big maul right on the 22.
Ball's on the deck.
Oh,
penalty, not 100% sure. He's saying in from the side, but
yeah.
I would have thought ball was out there and it was fair game. However, Brighton get the penalty.
Better
another,
kick by...
another kick by Nathan Satala into touch. Another opportunity. Brighton have to be better with their ball handling in this area of the ground. Just secure possession, don't rush too much.
Jaden Phillips throwing in, and again at the back for Jack Butler.
Another lovely take. They've secured it better this time. Yep. Great body height in the driving maul.
Ball's there at the back, way.
At the back, and I would suggest take him down. So advantage to Brighton. Jack Butler hitting the line.
Jenkins.
Jenkins, sorry.
Oh, and Nathan Satala somehow pops up with it, makes another couple of metres. The forwards look to punch it up again.
Another penalty advantage.
Jaden Phillips makes some more ground, straight in front of the posts. And they're going to try a quick penalty.
Logan
Brown with it.
Did not tap it properly.
Wry smile on his face as he realises. I know, just not through the mark, was it?
Yeah, he didn't take the tap correctly.
Jaden Phillips has stopped about 7 metres out. Logan Brown
with a second hit up, slightly high. It's gone backwards.
Reese Gerd wriggles through to a couple of metres out.
Brighton pressing here. This is the most faces they've had. Max Priestley
try by Max Priestley.
Worked hard.
Stopped short of the line, but reached out.
Used his strength there. Got over the line. It's back to 5-all.
Helps having a winger who's that tall.
Yeah.
And strong and fast.
It was good patience by the Brighton team there. Using the forwards to make the initial ground.
Here's a replay. Sloppy ball to Max, but he took it well.
Yeah, no, just strength to get over the line from there. To be honest, Collegians would have done well to prevent that try. Joel Plummer, they had the extras.
Again, similar to the Collegians kick a minute or two ago. Only a metre in from the sideline, right on the 22.
Good connection. Like the other side, it's gone. The other end, it's gone to the far side, far post.
Yeah, pushed it across the face there.
Looks like the Collegians player took a head knock there. He seems to be back on his feet. He's back up at halfway, ready for the kickoff.
It was a good angle on that try then from head on. Good replay to see. Good. Kicks up and well taken by Brighton. Nice long place back for the halfback.
Brighton trying to work it out of their 22 here, making a couple of metres into the 4th phase now. The kick option was on, it's touched off the boot. Great chase through by Tremaine Butler. Brighton on it, but great support from Collegians to secure that pill.
One well on. Oh, and
it's gone backwards according to the referee. This one he's saying has gone forward.
Maybe finally that one was forward.
We have a player down in back play, Tremaine Butler, who raced up out of the line to make that initial contact and tackle. Receiving attention as we speak.
And the lights are on here. It's We'll be getting... Oh, and the rain's sheeting back in.
Yeah, no additional warmth from the lights, though, unfortunately. But Brighton have looked a little bit better in the last 5 minutes, managing to get through the phases a bit better and work as a unit.
Scrum here now, just barely into Brighton's defensive half, about 15 metres in. And they're set up all on the open side.
Collegians scrum looks very, very solid.
Good
very
push
solid.
by good, and well won by Collegians.
Secured possession there.
Great effort by Collegians at that scrum.
Collegians very quick in their support play. However, it appeared to be a knock-on ball, but referees called play on. Collegians move it up the field 3 or 4 metres. Right. Once again, appeared to be lost out of hands.
And it's secured again by Collegians out to the fullback who's coming in the line.
Good hit by Tremaine.
And set up again by Collegians. Nicely done. Now inside the 10 in the Brighton half.
Counter ruck coming through, but Collegians securing the ball nicely. Managing to get through the phases.
He's dropped it backwards, so no knock on. And regathered by Collegians. Big lanky number 5 for Collegians takes it up, wins it back. Halfback gets it out again.
I think we're up to 10 phases here in these conditions is a great effort.
They haven't moved very far, they're just sort of hovering just past the 10.
A couple of good tackles there. Reece Gerd looks like he's injured himself.
And finally something cracks, not releasing.
Not releasing.
So Brighton get the penalty to relieve this long period of pressure from Collegians, probably 12 or more
Nathan
phases.
Satala looking to hit this table, I reckon. Referee having a chat with the Collegians second rower. There it comes, Andrew. Catch this one.
You've got the umbrella there. Protect me. So just inside the Collegians half, Brighton line out.
Lovely
Ooh,
throw by Jack.
Drop by his lifters, so a little bit.
Great take by Jack Butler, yeah.
As he was falling, still kept his eye on the ball and took it
Good
clean.
hit up by Reece Gerd. Another one by Nick Simpson. Ball
Got blind,
secured well.
Jack Butler. Well done, inside the 10 now. Ooh, and thrown away without looking, went to nothing, and Collegians have cleaned it up.
And they're using the width well.
And out to the winger.
Stretching Brighton.
Makes good ground. Secured again by Collegians.
Great counter up.
Great counter up by Brighton. Fantastic.
Still maintaining possession though.
Oh, Collegians, yep. Still control it. Just approaching the Brighton 22.
They seem to have the numbers at the breakdown, communicating well. And their ball handling is pretty slick at the moment. From
Collegians, who makes a big inroads inside the 22, still going. Now, nice place back.
Pardon me.
Oh, great run by Stuart Nutters. Number 8.
No tackle release is the call. Brighton not really getting up off the line, to be honest with you. Sitting back.
So, Collegians take the points here. Almost straight in front of the posts, about 15 metres out.
Finals rugby, you would think they'd take the points.
Yeah. And they are doing so. So just a few metres off to the left of the near post.
Not taking any time, just slots it straight over the dot. Bonkers out to 8-5. 12 minutes remaining in the first half.
Well, they've been down a couple of times inside the Brighton 22 like that for points. So exactly what they want.
I would say that Collegians are shading it at the moment. Their continuity is far superior. Brighton just struggling to build the phases.
Kick off by Brighton, chasing, and again taken nicely by the 8. Oh, who makes good ground.
Terrible pass from the base.
They're certainly under pressure, 10 metres out from their own try line.
However, a little bit impetuous at the offside line, rushing up too quickly, giving away an easy penalty to Old Collegians, who will send this, I'm sure, down into the Brighton half.
Would be very grateful to clear that into the Brighton half. Great kick inside the 22.
Very, very good kick.
Oh, he's marked it just a metre or so outside.
Used the wind well. A very good attacking position for an Old Collegians line-out. Looks like they're going to the 4-man. So look for the runners in midfield, I would think.
Oh, great lift and take by the Collegians line-out.
No, utilising the inside backs.
The 12 straightens up.
Securing the ball well. Back. Lovely wide ball to...
Very close to the try line now.
Out wide.
8 or 10 metres out. Up to the 5.
Pick and drive from a couple of metres out. Still making ground. Going back to the blind with another pick. And a knock on has been called. I believe that was from the touchline.
That's 30 minutes gone. 8-5 for Old Collegians in this second of the semi-finals. So it's a defensive scrum for Brighton, about 5 out. That's a better scrum from Brighton. Halfback able to calmly pass that out from the base of the scrum.
Still only 7-8 metres out. It's the third hit up. We're looking at an exit play here. Another take up the field. Moving open now. Jaden Phillips taking the ball up.
And he's stripped.
He's been stripped of it.
And quickly out to the left down the
width,
line.
Turnover ball.
Good passing again by Collegians as they work it out there. Good angle by the runner coming in off the halfback. He's looking for someone to give it to there. Collegians spill it when they try to come back inside, but they've won it again.
Well up by Hollywood, great tackle, but Collegians maintaining good possession here.
Yeah, it's a number of phases again now. Another pick and go.
We have a knock on. Once again, counted about 12 phases, but no real ground made, so good defensive effort from Brighton. However, Brighton are creating a situation where they're having to defend, probably overdoing it in their own 5 or 10 metre channels. And you would call it probably a loose carry by Jaden Phillips, but well worked by Collegians to actually get in there and get the rip.
2 hands, Jaden. Keep 2 hands on it. Setting up now for a Brighton scrum.
So far, Collegians have the ascendancy at scrum time. Let's see if...
And most of the territory as well, so...
See if there's a bit more solid. The initial hit seems all right by Brighton, but Collegians seem to get that second shove. And
Wingers brought down Max Priestley right on one wing, back inside and worked up.
Brighton appear intent on playing rugby from within their own half.
And they start this, no, and now we have an exit. Chick.
Just found the fullback on the 5 metre line.
And
great tackle by Tremaine Butler. But Collegians once again, they're in numbers.
And the winger, huge break from the 22 to within 5 metres of the try line. But holds
great
on to it.
Great tackle by Nathan Satala, and created the penalty as well by getting his hands on that ball in the pilfer.
Just watching, excellent break. That number 14 for Collegians is...
You could possibly argue that he didn't get quite behind the hindmost feet, but however, the referee's seen in Brighton's favour. A kick to release the incessant pressure.
He's causing a bit of trouble, the number 14 there. So, line out from the resulting penalty. Brighton win.
Good hit up by...
Start to work it back out of their own 22.
Nick Simpson. Joel having a run at the line.
And right
good
now,
yards by Logan Brown. Playing the blind side. Jack Butler again receiving the ball.
Brighton are working it back up towards their 10-yard line. But
Logan Brown thanks Reece Gerd for that ball.
the Collegians are up well, keeping them pinned back towards their 22.
Yeah, on the reload there, working it well.
And Robbie dances with the line. Yep, stray pass is collected by the Collegians player, and Collegians have possession again on the halfway.
Oh, another strip. So obviously the ball is a little bit slippery out there, you would imagine. But a couple of loose carries. Both sides just need to tighten up a little bit. Sam T with the ball carry, good offload to Tremaine Butler. Nathan Satala with a great option of a kick through down into the Collegians 22. The chase is on. Well collected by Collegians
great
winger.
effort by the 14.
Once again, they've secured possession well.
And the clearing kick by the fullback. But it's not out.
Not out. 2 old timers back here, Logan Brown and Nathan Satala secure the possession. And back into the Collegians half again. Great line speed. once again, I think it's the winger that's come up out of the line. Done very well. Oh, sit down. Logan Brown's been very influential. Plenty of ball carries today. Has the ability to knock them off at will at times.
Good hit up by Reese Good. And Nathan Sala makes meters.
Stays on his feet well.
Like
Hit the blind side. Great pick up by Jaden Phillips. Flirting with a touch line and defended well by Collegians. Yeah, the 14 from Collegians is having a very good game. Seaton Siegfried, if we read it right off Rugby Explorer. One of the players with a name on the list. Although Andrew, because of his coaching prowess, is able to come up with a few more names than I was. Great line out take by College. Loose ball in midfield though.
One back. Collegians regather themselves again inside their own 10.
Reese Gerd put his head where he shouldn't put his head.
And it's a penalty for Collegians.
He's feeling the effects of that one.
Coming in from the side there.
I just let everyone know that we're going to be closing the barbecue off at half-time, so if anyone wants something to eat, please come forward. The caravan around the other side is still open.
And on the other field, on pitch 2, we have a final score in the under-18s semi-final. Burnside have got up in that one, 15 points to 12 over Brighton. So Burnside progress into the final against Old Collegians next Sunday, down at Bailey Reserve. Well done to Burnside, commiserations to Brighton. In the second grade earlier today, we had Old Collegians beating Brighton 22-19. It was a very close tussle. And earlier today, Brighton's third grade defeated Onkaprenga 28-14 to progress to the final against Burnside. In the ladies' game earlier, we had Burnside defeating Southern Suburbs 15 points to 7. So congratulations to Burnside. They have good representation in most grades this year. 1s, 2s and 3s.
And women.
18s and women.
Yep.
Talia McPherson, you have some lost property at the bar. Thank you.
I wonder if Talia's lost property is her dad, Stuart McPherson. It's highly probable.
And back of the play, right on the halfway line. Brighton has stopped and it goes back to the 10 for a penalty for Brighton.
So the clock has gone over to 41 and a half minutes. There has been a couple of stoppages. We are on referee's watch, which I would think might have this as the last play, but
Brighton,
you never ever know.
Brighton take it within 10 metres of the 22, the kick from Nathan Satala, and now a line out put in for Brighton in attack.
Good clean up by Sam T off the top of the line out, maintaining.
Come on, Brighton!
Lovely offload by Reece Gerd. Took it to the line and then just round the corner to Nick Simpson, who loves to run through those holes.
And clicks. And Logan Brown presses into the corner, and he's over. Try for Brighton.
Using those hips of his just to dance his way straight through the line. So Brighton score, you would think right on half time to take the score to 10-8 with a kick to come. But that was all set up by a Reece Gerd offload to a great run by Nick Simpson. Had Collegians on the back foot from that point.
And that took the ball on the 22 from the halfback, from the base of that ruck, Logan Brown, and ran it straight to the corner himself, bounced off a few players, and over.
So this kick should be very kickable. He's about 8 metres in from the far touchline. It's a good angle if we could keep this angle, but Joel Plummer has a very short run up. By the time he kicks it, it's no more than 2 steps. Swings his boot through, swings his leg through well.
And he's on the correct side for a right foot kicker. He's got the distance.
Looks good off the boot, but it's slid once again to the far post. And that is half time, folks. Brighton leading 10-8 in a very tight tussle. Last play was that Logan Brown try. Welcome back to Wilfred Taylor Reserve, ready to recommence the game, second half. Old Collegians to kick off, kicking to the southern end.
And the sun's gone on us, so it's suddenly got a lot colder.
Reece Gerd takes the kick-off very
away
well.
from his support a little bit, but they get there.
College have won a penalty there, I would think.
Yep.
Straight over the top of the ball there.
Not releasing.
Support wasn't quite quick enough from the Brighton team.
So he's going for touch to pin Brighton back inside the 22. Just a metre
outside.
out.
Yeah.
Nick Howlett to throw it in, the Collegians line out. And well taken in the middle.
Well-formed maul. A bit splintered now, ball to deck. Brighton collapsing the maul, which I'm sure he went down under his own weight, but nevertheless, Collegians on the attack. Trent Ormsby attacking the line back on the inside.
Or is it bring it back the other way again?
Not sure if it's another penalty advantage or still on the same one. Just as we go into the second half, as Andy said, the sun has disappeared, the wind has picked up.
And right in front of the posts on the 22, Collegians come charging inside the Brighton defensive end.
Great offloads
and
out wide.
over the head to the winger.
Fijian like almost.
Was 7 stuff. And they work up blind, make another couple of metres. So yet another phase by Collegians.
Collegians are very clinical at the breakdown.
Now
Brighton's
down to within 5 metres of the line.
Making ground every time they take a carry until that occasion.
Now having trouble getting this out, so things slow down for a second. And they work it again closer and closer to the try line. They're over, but will it be held up?
Hollywood underneath that one, held up
Yeah.
over the line. Good ground gain by Collegians there.
Yeah, as Ian said, every time they're just making at least some sort of ground.
Here we are with the flare out wide. Alex Rockabara to start it. A lovely, almost Campo-esque out wide.
He made good use of it, the winger there, even though that was a strange ball to receive from over the number 8's head. He then made good ground.
Just getting the umbrella at the ready. looks like we might be in for another dousing.
So Collegians win their scrum, and play to the right, and the centre.
An initial break through the middle.
5 out directly in front of the posts. They pop it out.
Trent Ormsby stepped to nowhere, but re-secured, lost forward.
It's come off somebody and gone the Brighton way.
Brighton offside. Interesting, the option here from Old Collegians. Looks like they've gone for the scrum option. 5 metres out.
5 out and halfway out to the right-hand touchline. What are they cooking up there? The halfback's talking to his 10, deciding what they're going to do.
You would fancy they'll go blind off the scrum here.
They've got the big 14.
Brighton has put a lot of pressure on the scrum on this occasion.
But excellent effort, but then re-won by Collegians.
A great offload.
Oh,
And a
great try by Collegians. The 8 held it up for a second, got the defenders onto him, and then just kept his arms free and popped it around the to his right to the big number 14. Siegfried
over. 13 points to 12 to Collegians.
Yeah, 2 men dragging him down. He still had his arms free to get it out.
Lovely pickup. Low to the ground.
Great try by Collegians. 13-10 for Collegians now with a conversion to come.
I'd fancy Alex Rockaborough to get very close with this kick.
He's about 10 metres in from touch.
Oh, and he's taken it well inside the actual
Well, he ran
line.
in, stooped, picked the ball up off the tee, ran in another couple of metres and took a drop kick. Did it fall off the tee or?
It fell off the tee and yeah.
Couldn't see.
By the time he kicked it, he was probably 3 metres inside the line.
That's a great replay showing how the number 8 Nut kept his arms free and was looking for Siegfried coming through. Good try. Still 13-10.
High restart from Brighton. Well taken by Collegians. Working it back up towards the 40. A couple of willing runners round the corner. Maintaining good possession. They've managed to do that for the majority of the game so far. Probably shading Brighton.
Oh, great
in this
inside
aspect.
ball. The hooker makes big ground and Collegians now inside.
Oh, there's a knock on there as he attempted to pick it up. Referee spotted it.
Just when they looked like they were going back inside the Brighton half and attacking again, they made an error with that wet ball.
So Brighton was solid in the scrum down in their own 5. Be interesting on their own ball whether they show any ascendancy. I don't know if I can say this too much, but there's a smiling turkey in front of me. Happens to be my lad Ewan with the worst haircut in the world.
It is terrible. I can confirm that. Oh, rough and ready scrum. Brighton win it, get it to the 10, Joel Plummer, who then spills the ball.
Collegian turnover, looking to move it wide if they can. They've got to the midfield, over the halfway. Quick release. Got numbers out wide. Hit the wing. Hit the wing very quickly.
Good fast hands.
Great offload.
And there's the big giraffe of a number 4 lolloping through there and makes great meters again. Collegians now looking to get about 10 metres or more inside the Brighton half. And they just get stopped. Yet another phase.
And Jaden comes through on a loose ball there from College. Body height is a bit of a concern from Brighton there at the ruck.
And then another counter ruck in the other direction again by Collegians, who win it, and they've got it back inside the 10.
Yeah, and Ali Wood with the initial pilfer gets rewarded for his speed over the top of the ball. You could argue that he fell off his feet. However, the referees awarded the initial effort.
So Nathan Satala to relieve pressure with a penalty kick, and he makes
very good meters. It's the ball that's been kept in, however, by
great leaping effort
Rockaborough
from inside,
who then sends it down the ground, 30 metres out.
Aiming for the TV cameras above our heads.
Still a good net game for Brighton though, an attacking opportunity. Interesting to see what Brighton have got set here.
Those saves with the touch kicks don't always come off, but he executed that really, really nicely there. Leapt in.
A fair amount of
touch.
skill required to achieve that outcome. Here we go.
Here's a replay of it.
Yep, just managed to keep his feet in the air as he tapped it back in.
To himself. Ran back in, gathered and kicked it out to touch.
Ali Wood well up. Hitting the midfield. That's a better ball carry. Secured the ball well. Passing's just not been as crisp as you'd expect from the Brighton team.
No. Collegians have been noticeably good, I think, this half,
Yeah.
especially. It doesn't look like it's really a wet ball for them anymore. And Brighton still seem to be struggling a little bit.
Collegians not really competing at the breakdown. Brighton committing 4 players at each. Still building the phases though. Ali Wood with a strong carry.
They're stuck here, knocking on the door of the 10-metre line inside the Collegians half, but not really getting any further after several phases.
It would appear we've had a head knock in the middle here with Ali Wood staying down. Trainer of the volunteer of the year racing out to his aid, Kevin Beckett. As always, sucking on his lollipops.
Yeah, we'll see how it happened. Head-on-head clash there.
Yeah, that was head-on-head.
As he took the ball up, collided with the number 5 from Collegian, both in headgear.
Both appear to be okay.
So we've got a scrum to restart for Brighton. Just on or just in front of the 10-metre line inside the Collegians half. And what, a little to the right of midway across the pitch.
It's a very important period of the game here. Brighton need to find a bit of continuity. And College looking to...
Been no communication there. The 8 hooked it back and the halfback was on the other side of the back of the scrum and just did not see that at all.
Unfortunate lost ball from the Collegians halfback. Did well to race through on that loose ball.
Pounced on it. Yeah, the Brighton halfback was just leaning the wrong way to do anything. I think he looked at it, couldn't move, and the Collegians halfback came rushing through, but then spilled it forward, so another scrum right on the halfway.
You can see the breath coming out of the mouths of the players there, so we don't need to tell you too much, but it is very chilly here on Capringa today. Jack Jenkins taken on the line and looking like he's been turned over by a Trent Ormsby pilfer.
He does, definitely. Collegians.
And Logan Brown straight in over the top, got his hands on that ball immediately.
Luckily for Brighton.
Yeah.
As we approach 15 minutes gone in the second half.
Seems to be a lot of turnover ball at the moment. Clash of the Titans out there. David Gunn trying to knock Nathan Satala off his feet.
Nathan Sala taking the penalty kick to this time well out into touch, so no despairing leap in the air. And it's a Brighton line out 5 metres outside the 22.
There's a couple of impressive moustaches in this Collegians outfit.
There are.
I don't think they realise it's not November yet. But
and Brighton win the line out and rumble it up inside the 22. And now set at the base of the ruck.
great opportunity here for some phase play, but unfortunately fumbling the ball again. Seem to be crabbing across the field a little bit, the Brighton backline. Need to straighten it up in the inside channels as much as possible, I think.
That's a knock on and will be a Collegians scrum.
On replay, it sort of looked like it actually went backwards, but called forward by the referee. Scrum to come for Collegians. One of their players is down. I'm not sure who that is. Receiving attention to that already bandaged left leg.
Be one of their second rowers, I think, from the lifting.
Quite possibly.
Second rowers or back rower. They're 7.
Hugh Scott.
We've had that ankle seen to, and we're about to get going again with a scrum for Old Collegians outside their 22 in midfield. Collegians win, but Brighton are pushing them backwards, and they get it, release it out to the backs. And
a lovely
huge
step
break
in midfield there by the Old Collegians 12. Once again, very quick to the breakdown, and they secure it well, move it on very quickly.
Yeah, back inside the Brighton half.
They're keeping Brighton on the back foot at the moment. Although Jacob France has taken that. A lovely clean out by Ali Wood. Logan Brown once again with the carry. Jaden there in the nick of time. Yeah, it's all a bit messy in the second half.
Brighton get a chance here now to start getting something happening the way they want instead of chasing their own tails. And they managed to get up to the halfway line.
Jack
and
Butler with
huge break by Jack
lovely
Butler.
carry. Reece Gerd in close support. Ali Wood over the top.
Popped off the ground to Reece Gerd, who goes down, and it's back to the Brighton halfback. And another sloppy pass.
Jack Jenkins with a good break. Taking them
He's
on the
inside
outside.
the 22, and he's gone out to the wing, and he's going to go over for a try. Try for Brighton from Jack Jenkins to the 13 for Brighton.
12.
The 12 for Brighton, sorry.
So we have Brighton back into the lead.
Yeah, there was no real lead up to that, was there?
No, there's a lot of turnover ball this half. So it's pretty much unstructured stuff. But a lovely break by Jack Jenkins.
He just slipped that tackle from the fullback, and then the winger with a despairing dive and big smile all over his face as he went over for the try.
A fairly crucial conversion attempt coming up.
As we hit the halfway point of the second half.
No, another miss to the left-hand side of the post. Radar not quite on today for Joel Plummer. Wind is making it very difficult for the kickers. But Jack Jenkins using his speed and having a real red-hot go himself there. It's good to see.
So that's Brighton leading 15-13 with about 18 or 19 minutes to go in the game.
Good take again by Rhys Gerd. Brighton set in midfield. A kick downfield from Jack Jenkins into the College 22.
And the chasers, Tremaine
Chase
Butler.
through from Tremaine Butler. Alex Rockabara with a kick back into the middle of the field.
Sliced it, chased his own kick and got it on the bounce. And a pass goes astray. Rhys Gerd out to Max Priestley down the wing.
Max Priestley is away.
Max Priestley runs 40 metres for a try. Well, that's very tough for Collegians after chasing that clearing kick.
I believe there was a hint of a knock-on in midfield back on the 40.
And he's awarded it.
The try has been awarded.
There we go.
Ooh. It certainly looked that way.
The hand was flung out to try and intercept the ball, but obviously the ref's in the best position to see those.
Yeah. Try has been awarded. Two quick tries to take the score out to 20-13.
And Joel Plummer with an easier conversion now, close into the middle.
So we have a change for Brighton whilst the kick is being taken. Rhys Gerd coming from the field. He's taken a couple of knocks today, and his replacement is number 20, Sam Glancy.
Young Sam Glancy, one of the up-and-coming recent juniors at Brighton, moving up through the ranks.
Had a very good season this year, playing a lot of A-grade football, but also plenty of B-grade football as well, so good experience for the lad. This time, Joel Plummer is successful with a conversion. Brighton out to 22-13. Two scores, you would say, or combination of tries and penalties, but certainly a handy lead at this stage of the game.
They suddenly go from down to being a couple of scores up in the space of 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's a great kick by the
kick
Collegians.
just hung in the air and deceived the Brighton defenders receiving it, and the Collegians player got up in the air and took it clean. And now Collegians spin it out to the wing.
Yeah, they've used the wide channel very well.
And they're right up to the Brighton 22. Ooh.
Slipped through hands, but well gathered by the prop, or the hooker, is it? Hooker. Siegfried with the carry. Great hit by Joel Plummer. Lovely hit.
Oh, and he's hurt
himself in the
finger. They need to touch.
I think we've got a call for a high tackle.
And amazingly, the sun is back out.
Penalty to Collegians, but Joel Plummer has stayed down on the ground, nursing what would look like a stinger, I think, to his shoulder.
Here's a replay.
Great,
yep.
yeah,
Oh.
great contact, but
yeah, he took the hit there. I feel that was forward off the. Then Allywood whirled the following player into touch. So Collegians win the line out.
throwing it to the back in these windy conditions.
Risky.
A little bit risky, but they're throwing in well.
It has worked for them.
And they're mauling it well up the field.
Still only a metre or two out from the try line, and they have it at the back.
got a bit isolated there, but they've got some willing ball carriers here on the blind side.
He's stopped dead.
No, he's managed to wheel his way towards the try line and get the ball over.
Wheels back out of that first hit towards the posts and managed to throw himself over for the try.
He seems quite happy about that, so he should be. A well-worked try from Collegians. Back in the game again. The game has opened up in the last 10 minutes, and it's good to see both teams are managing to hold possession a little bit better. Brighton appeared that they were on the ascendancy, but College have punched back again. Well done to them. They too have a kick to bring it back to 2 points.
And the Collegians players certainly let the Brighton defenders know about that one.
Yeah.
It's on his good side, so... No?
No, he's missed that to the right.
He has. Pulled it near side.
I think he allowed for the wind, which didn't actually assist him there.
First time today there's been no wind, no gale force wind for a kick.
Yeah, Hugh Scott did very well to get the ball down from there. You could see just moments earlier it was above his head almost, and he managed to get down. Trying to throw the ball on top of Logan Brown's head by the looks of things there.
In celebration.
Yeah.
Spiking the ball on Logan Brown's dome. Here comes the kickoff from Brighton.
It's a good kick, bit of indecision there at the...
Finally gathered again by the try scorer. A good clearing kick.
Yeah, you can see the wind's holding that up now, so that's definitely favouring the northern end.
So 15 minutes to go in this semi-final. Brighton up by 4 points.
Looks like Brighton are about to make another change. Liam Cooper's lining up for his third game of the day. Not sure who he's going on for. I'd hazard a back rower.
Could be a Nick Simpson perhaps. Having said that, Nick Simpson is a good hit up. Brighton secure the ball again just outside the 22.
Brighton reloading to the blind side. And a good pick by Jack Butler.
Fooled everyone. The halfback was about to flick it out to the 10.
Good offload by Logan Brown. Nick Simpson once again slightly isolated, but Sam Glansley quickly there. Jacob France with a carry. Ali Wood immediately over the top of him. Great counter by Collegians.
Yeah,
and it looks like they may have turned the ball over.
Knocked on.
A knock on.
Bad luck.
So, yep, we have a sub for Brighton. And it is Liam Cooper going on for number 4. Which is Ali Wood coming off.
Yep, so you'd suspect Jack Butler will go to second row and Liam Cooper to back row.
Yeah, I would think that would be the call.
Oh, deciding, I think, who's captain now that he's off the pitch, is it?
I think this substitution may have been driven by Kevin Beckett, who's keeping a watchful eye on Ali as he's coming across the field.
So, change in the scrum. We'll now see Brighton have the put in just inside the Collegians 22. We'll see if that affects their scrum at all.
Yeah, held the ground, got the ball back well. Ball back on the inside to Jack Jenkins. Set up well. He's going to hit the blind side again. Logan Brown with a carry. Initially held up. But the Brighton forward securing possession. Sam Glancy with a carry.
Secured back. One-hander out to
lovely.
Jaden Phillips makes ground. Now
Logan Brown again
picks and goes.
So they seem to be winning the battle now with the pick and
Jack
goes.
Butler.
Jack Butler. Their support plays slightly quicker than the first half, that's for sure.
Now approaching the 5, maybe 7 metres out from the try line. They come open. Sam Glancy again.
Enjoying his opportunity to carry the ball.
He's certainly putting himself forward. Jacob France picks and goes there.
Ball is well presented.
Brighton having a lot more of the possession in the last 10 or 15 minutes than they had been previously in the game.
Inching closer towards the line. Still 4 metres out. Jack Butler once again presenting. Liam Cooper supporting him over the top. Logan Brown again. This is his 4th carry in this
sequence of plays.
Last section of play. Looks like we've
And
had
it's a try.
Someone's dived over there, not sure. I would imagine
That is
Sam T.
Big Sam T, the prop, gone the other way from where everyone was expecting, picked it off the back of the ruck and dived over to the right.
That was well worked.
That was a lot of phases.
Forwards worked very hard to secure that one and maintain possession.
And yep, he caught everyone napping a bit with that.
Pardon me. It's the cold air getting to me. This kick should be very achievable.
Yeah,
No more than 5 metres to the left of the uprights.
And again, as the far side of the pitch is again bathed in sunshine,
We're freezing.
we are freezing in the shade of the, of the club rooms. This to put Brighton 11 points up.
Conversion successful from Joel Plummer. Brighton regained that 9-point cushion. 29. Oh, it's 11-point cushion, sorry. Mathematics, strong point, maybe not. 29 to 18.
So again, 2 scores up with 10 minutes to go. Can Collegians reply quickly again as they did last time? Great high kickoff. And they take their own, and then knock it
very
forward.
unlucky,
Bad luck.
great take, and then just lost it on contact with the ground.
Soared above everyone to take that, and then lost it as he hit the ground. Oh. I am very pleased to say it was a big number 5 that did that, second rower.
Second row, I've never normally got the best hands, have I?
I know, if you don't touch the ball, you don't fluff any tries either, so.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Brighton setting a deep back line here. You would probably imagine they're going to run.
It's a good drive by Collegians.
Yeah.
So a very sloppy ball. They drove up the Brighton's front row.
Nick Simpson's managed to gather it somehow and set the ball up.
And Jack Jenkins with a clearing kick hoists it high inside the Collegians half.
Well taken by Alex Rockaborough,
Who
was tackled by
just inside the Brighton half.
Robbie Ferguson.
Oh, and the pass goes astray and into touch. No,
No, kept in.
just kept in.
But once again, they've got numbers behind the ball. They've done very well to re-secure that. And they look to set it on the front foot again.
That's out. Oh, that might be a bit of obstruction there.
I don't think they actually crossed, so I'd
Luckily.
let it go.
And Collegians
Good carry from Trent Ormsby, beating the first tackle,
Nearly
taking 2 others out.
and goes back the other way. Hit up by the forward. One by Collegians and back out towards the right wing, the left wing. A kick by the number 8 hits one of the Brighton players in the back of the head, I think, and bounces into touch for Collegians.
Yeah, the game's starting to open up now. Entering this last, I would imagine it's probably going to go 3 or 4 minutes over the 80 that you see on the clock.
Collegians will have to get a bit daring, I would say, with a couple of scores needed.
Oh,
that's a great ball at the back of the hand.
Alex Rockaborough.
And now the big winger has it, and he's through another tackle, met by the fullback.
He's a very solid ball carrier. Broke 3 tackles there.
The Collegians in attack inside the Brighton 22, but a pass goes to nowhere.
Well, I think the hooker has pulled a calf, or he's got cramp, I would think.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's in pain there, I think.
Yeah. I think he's got calf. His left calf muscle looked like it's all cramped up there.
Yeah.
But managed to secure possession nonetheless. Short nut again
through
to
good
Alex
hands,
Rockaborough.
great hands, and back inside to the big 14, Siegfried, the winger.
Good tackle from Nathan Satala. But the support play is just fantastic from College. They're maintaining this forward press.
The hands, the fullback dives for the line.
Not quite.
Can't quite get there. Oh, no, he's held out.
Penalty advantage. Offside at the ruck.
There's good defence by Brighton right on their own line. Collegians punching at the line again and again.
Determined to get over.
Now they pick it wide to the left. And somehow he managed to get the arm over.
We couldn't quite see it from our angle, nor the screen in front of us, but worked it well. Good patience from Collegians there to work
effort,
that.
Great effort by the centre.
Made it very kickable by working it back towards the post.
Suddenly went a couple of men wide. 10 flicked it to the inside centre, who was being held, but
can't quite see the grounding, but the referee was in great position to
seemed to get
adjudicate.
driven away from the line, but he must have reached out with his left arm there and somehow planted the ball.
Yeah. Quickly takes the conversion attempt and is successful.
So back to 4 points.
It's a 4-point ball game.
Here we go. We'll get another angle on this. And he's held and rolled over towards the ground.
The ball's on the line there. You can see it. Yeah, fair try.
Yep, great effort. Good defence by Brighton, but couldn't hold him out. So 1 score in it with about 5 minutes to go.
As the Collegians hooker comes from the ground, definitely carrying that left leg. There has been a change for Brighton. Seb Stocks has come on, replacing Robbie Ferguson. Not sure whether Robbie took a knock in that last attempted tackle, but
a low, deep kickoff skimmed through by Brighton. Collegians attempt to run it out of their own half.
Great defensive effort.
And the winger, Seb Stocks, brings the winger down, but he's got great support.
Down deep into the Brighton 22.
Collegians are throwing everything at Brighton now.
Collegians have stepped it up a couple of gears here and really trying to take it to Brighton. Hand into touch.
Bad luck. Nathan Satala has whirled out, reaches a hand out to support himself on the ground. And
great
just
offload by Trent Ormsby in this initial play here. Another great carry from the Collegians winger.
He is like a runaway train there on that one. Chipped through by the replacement hooker. Good line-out win by Collegians just inside the Brighton 22.
Sacked well. And that was absolutely crucial, I think.
Yeah, didn't want them to be mauling that all the way down to the try line. Good tackle by
Great hit by Max Priestley.
It's a known
Great pick
ace
up from
tackler.
Collegians.
Yeah, they
They've taken it back forward a few metres again. Back
start
on the
again.
attack.
Here they go. What can they do? As the clock's running down.
Still showing 3 minutes on the scoreboard, but on our clock it is Logan Brown has secured possession there.
So it's been turned over. Maybe Collegians having to be rash.
And Connor McCarthy clearing it downfield.
Good
And
into the Collegians 22.
22.
A clearing kick by the Collegians fullback. That'll be a Brighton put into the line and straight out into toe. He ran it back into his own 22, did he?
Interesting to have the replay on that one. I feel like
No,
Alex Rockaborough was inside the
and
22.
he's been. That's the case. The touch does come further down the field towards the Brighton end. But it's a Brighton
to the Bronx cheers of the Collegian supporters.
who probably feel that's
Here we
the
go.
only. Yeah, he was.
We shall see. Well inside the 22.
Took it inside the 22 and stayed inside when he kicked it. So
That should be a fine for the AR. Oh, well won. Quick ball. Oh, terrible ball. Logan Brown
cleaned up
cleans it
by
up.
the inimitable Logan Brown, who's been everywhere today. Inside their own half, Brighton secure it.
Pick and drive. He's not presenting that ball.
Back it comes for the halfback.
Tremaine Butler lending a hand as a
Sam T picks and goes, makes a couple of metres, and they'll start again. Looks like Sam Glancy.
trying to wind the clock down. I'd suggest it's probably not the part of the field that you're really wanting to do that in. But they are securing the ball well.
Yep, that's half a dozen phases now.
That is a great counter-ruck by Collegians.
They absolutely
And we
smashed
have-
their way through it, and they've won the ball.
We have penalty advantage to College.
Collegians attack, bringing it out towards the right wing now.
Trent Ormsby with a carry, looking for an offload.
Throws off Jank Jenkins' attempted tackle, and they're inside the Brighton 22. Oh, great pass from the second rower out to 8. He's going for the corner. And somehow stolen by Nathan Zatalo, who kicks it down the touchline.
How on earth did he manage to do that? But it's staying in. Suss is on him. That's a good gather by the Collegians player.
Great, back onto his feet very nicely.
And once again, the support from Collegians to get back there in numbers. They've managed that all day. However, they've lost that ball into contact.
The crowd are cheering for the scoreboard clock, which has now reached 0.
Sorry, I'm just putting my furry bit back on the microphone.
Here's this
like-
counter-ruck again by Collegians. Fantastic effort by the number 5, was it? Who smashed his way through there.
As I said, probably overdid it a little bit.
Won the ball and drew a penalty.
This may be the last play of the game. Brighton will be looking to secure
To the Brighton scrum,
Brighton scrum and
just on their attacking 10.
potentially looking to end the game with a kick to touch. However, as we know, the referees are the adjudicators. We may not know everything that he knows, but certainly time's up on the scoreboard clock. 4 minutes, it would appear, into added on time.
Conor McCarty looks at his packs to see what it is they're doing and puts the ball into the scrum.
Just needs to get the ball back.
And Collegians
It's a Collegians
drive
penalty.
Brighton and draw a penalty.
Yep.
and don't waste any time. They fling it out to the backs and they'll try to set up an attack here. Jack Jenkins trying to strip the ball, but they now come up the halfway line. Well met by Seb Stocks. The Collegians win it again. Looking for a break through the line here.
Sam T slips off a tackle there. Good hit by
great.
Jack Butler.
They're inside the 10, approaching the Brighton 22.
They have lost it
Popped
forward.
to one of the forwards, and he's passed out there, knocked it forward.
Is the end of the game.
Has the referee actually blown it up?
Yeah.
Couldn't hear. He had blown up the end of the game. So Brighton have won this.
Brighton have held on in a very entertaining second half. First half was played to the conditions. It was fairly dour, you would say, would be a way to describe it. However, the second half really opened up. Both sides tried to play some very open and at times expansive rugby. And yeah, there was some good scores there in the second half.
So that is Brighton winning 29-25 over Collegians, which means they advance into next week's grand final against Burnside. They're just showing us a few replays here. Excellent try by Old Collegians. Again, lots of examples of that slippery, soapy ball and some of the difficulty they had holding on.
Yes, it was a very exciting second half.
Several tries in the space of, say, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. The game really opened up after 15 minutes of that second half. Really opened up.
Yeah, I think both sides, especially Collegians, realised then they really had to go for it to try to get back in front any way they could.
Yeah, to their credit, they really took it to Brighton in that last 8 minutes, and you know, they were pressing for that final score, but just an unfortunate drop ball ended the game when they were on the attack. Just watching replays, Logan Brown scored a lovely try to end the first half, which put Brighton into the lead at half-time. He was very influential in the second half. He was in a lot of the pick and drives. He was also there when it was needed to clean out. Had a very good second half.
Yeah, there's one player where he wasn't really spilling it or losing the ball, and so on. He was making sure it was secured for his team.
Maintained the ball very well.
He did.
And to be honest, the Brighton forward pack lifted their game, I thought, in the second half. First half they were a bit wobbly, a lot of drop ball. Brighton backs were a little bit scrappy first half. Didn't really get much opportunity in the second half. However, when it did matter, they managed to pounce and score a couple of good tries. So
They did, and very quickly that really broke things open when Brighton scored those couple of quick tries.
wrapping up. Anyhow,
We're winding up.
we are winding up. Time for a beverage, maybe a cup of tea, but all I can say is it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.